Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu meinem Let's Play über Space Pirates and Zombies 2. Ich habe bereits den ersten Teil gespielt und den sehr, sehr unterhaltsam gefunden, darum den zweiten musste auch spielen. Wir beginnen gleich mal mit Singleplayer, die Story-Modus. Fangen wir an, Schwierigkeit setzen wir ein bisschen schwieriger, da wir es nicht so einfach haben wollen.
It should be noted that currently we use computer-synthesized voices for the main cast.
We plan to replace them with real voice work at some point in the near future.
If you don't like these voices, you can disable them now or at any time in the sound options menu.
Wir mögen diese Stimmen, weil ich finde es einfach cool, dass sie Computerstimmen eingesetzt haben. Finde ich großartig. Und los geht's.
Element 126, resin, res. It was the answer to everything. A transmutable element with the power to unlock the secrets of the universe. It gifted humanity everything there was to know about space-time, and how to enslave it. Res triggered an explosion of technological advancement. Mankind spread to the far reaches of the galaxy, growing exponentially in numbers, along with the reliance on res. The United Terran Alliance was founded to control the countless population. Eventually they sought to ration the use of res. As res supplies thinned, conflict arose. An epidemic of fortune-seeking miners forced their way to the galactic core, where resin was most abundant. Eventually the primary res source was discovered. All res stemmed from a sinister and timeless energy being. A being awakened by the use of res. They had sprung an ancient and recursive trap, res being the bait no budding civilization could possibly ignore. Corruption spilled outward into the stars, twisting the biological matrix of all it touched, integrating it into machines. Mankind's own technology, their own dead, had begun to turn against them. For years they struggled to survive against a flood of abominated metal and flesh. Billions were lost to the infection, only further feeding the expanding corruption. In spite of hopeless obliteration, the very fabric of life itself arose to fight the dark entity. As a race, humanity came together for a single purpose. In some twisted way, they had found peace. Peace, however, does not last. People fell back into their self-minded ways. Humanity turned inward in a scramble for the remaining res, which now could no longer be renewed. As the UTA lost its control over the galaxy, they collapsed the entire warp gate network, beyond any hope of salvage. Human ingenuity, it turns out, knows no captivity. Out of need, a resin-based drive was developed, allowing more direct travel anywhere in the galaxy. The void was reborn as the wild, untapped, and lawless frontier. As years pass, piracy and skirmish battles rage, precious res the prize. Raw worlds are recklessly colonized and disputed by legions of makeshift starships. An entire ecology of nomadic drifters emerged, endlessly recycling the wrecks of constant war. All the while, the nearly forgotten saviors of the galaxy tirelessly struggled to exterminate the last remnants of the infection.
So viel zur Geschichte.
Sigh. It seems like yet again you dimwits have flown my ship headlong into an infested region. That is the third time this week. 6 million forms of communication, and I'm yet to find one that can articulate how moronic you fools are. Computer, power up the weapons and shield emitters. The doctor is in.
Schönes Schiff, was wir da haben, und wir werden offenbar gleich schon in den ersten Kampf hineingeworfen. Okay.
Super kill.
Okay.
Disengaging.
Jetzt gleich 2 Gegner. Toll.
Game over.
Boah.
By the void. Level 13 is truly the bane of my existence.
Carl, seriously? Do you realize crew members suffocated on the lower decks because you routed power from life support to play stupid video games?
Silence, imbecile. They gave their lives for the greater good. A scientific mind must stay
Okay,
active,
Videospiele,
or it would
Videospiele.
wither and wrinkle.
Ein Klassiker.
I'll boil any ocean. I'll irradiate a whole litter of Nerlacian pups. I'll divide by 0 if I have to.
I told you he would cause trouble if you leave him to his own whim. Those implants can really make a man sick in the melon. Elsa, he's a liability if we keep him on board.
Please refrain from sneaking up on another living creature like that. Do you not realize the horror people have to endure every time they look at your face? You are fortunate I did not inadvertently dismember you in a panic-induced frenzy.
Everyone, shut up. To the bridge right now. Anyone not here in 30 seconds is getting vented into space.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad to see everyone
Ist
was
das
able
unser
to get
Schiff?
up at the crack of noon to work towards sustaining our survival. Let me present to you all the garbage dump we'll be sifting through this afternoon. Yes, most of this is useless junk. Yes, this is utterly pathetic, but what choice do we have?
This ain't no way to treat these here metal mother. The ladies deserves better. Let me be snapping on something fresh.
He might not be the best candidate to operate the tractor prototype. Keep in mind that Carl built this thing, so it goes without saying that it's dangerous. I would hate to have come all this way just to have Mackenzie rip us apart like a rabbit chimp with Carl's untested toys. You know how those two can be.
I don't really care who does what, but we need to jump on this opportunity to expand the mothership. That core module will give us some elbow room, while those wings will give us some much-needed firepower. Let's get those modules fitted so we don't have to listen to each other breathe anymore.
Please pay close attention to the moving picture feature film show. You will be subjected to standardized testing following this demonstration.
Okay, alles klar. Dann versuchen wir mal das Schiff einfach trennen. Ja, rechts hinten. Zeug anbauen. Voila.
What exactly do you think you're doing? Stop leaning on the overhead projection like a crutch. This isn't some archaic top-down space shooter we're playing here. This is real, brutal, killing-eating life we are talking about. Join the rest of us down here in reality.
Our omnilithium capacitor is now tapped out. I've devised a method to simply eject the spent cell, while fabricating a new one out of surrounding space dust. Do not ask me how it works, or why it makes sense. All that you need to know is that you will be unable to fire the ship's weapons while the new cell is being installed.
Klingt logisch. Nehmen wir so hin. Gut, dann ist das also unser Schiff hier. Nachladen. Sieht nicht schön aus, aber na, da beginnt das Spiel.